Hello everyone and welcome back to the ESVTV coverage of the Gigabyte Star Wars 7. These are the Western qualifiers. We're in Game 2 of this round of 8 match between Mill.Adellscott, our orange Protoss here. Or did he switch to yellow? I think he switched to yellow, guys. I'm going to switch to the overlay. Is that yellow or orange? I don't know. That might be orange, actually. Not important. I'm going to set it back to orange on the overlay, but not important. Our orangey yellowish Protoss here in the bottom left against his opponent in the top right, BratOK, our red Terran representing FXOBratOK Esports, was contained so long last game, looked to be in dire straits for sure, and then went with a nice counterattack with +1, and Mill.Adellscott with just unupgraded gateway units was unable to hold even with his economic advantage. But I got to agree with what someone in chat said, which I know is a rarity, but someone in chat was saying something about maybe it was like a little bit of an early leave there. And I don't know if he was like a little bit tilted because there was no GG. I don't want to read too far into that. Sometimes players just like leave the game too quickly and then regret it and like, I should have GG'd. So I don't know if he was actually tilted or not. But what I was talking about at the end of that game was that the medevacs were actually like completely out of energy. And there were only like, I don't know, 12 Marauders left or something. So it's one of those situations where, hey, if you actually chrono boost every single warp gate and pull some probes to defend, like, you can afford to lose probes. You're on 3 Nexuses. You have a much better economy. He was up like 20 or 30 probes there. You can afford to pull probes. Even if you lose them, you can chrono more out from 3 Nexuses. You're fine. So use some probes, chrono all your warp gates, make a bunch of units. I feel like it's possible, but unlikely. But possibly could go back in that game and won. Who knows, though? It's all speculative. It's all hypothetical. Who am I to say? And I have gotten confirmation that he is orange, so he didn't change colors. But we're seeing a not a 2-Rax, excuse me, just a Macarax placement here from BratOK. And he is just going to go for a Reaper expand, it looks like. Although that rally makes me think it would be Marauders instead, but I can't imagine him doing that on this map. Probably be Reapers. There's a lot of entrances into the main base. Well, not a lot actually anymore, now that they removed that one. But you have this back entrance. You can go in through the natural. It's a pretty big map, so having that mobility, the speed of the Reaper is pretty useful. Although he is going to go Marauder. I was about to say Reaper because you can also like hold the towers and stuff. It's such a huge area. But no, Marauder expand. 1-Rax Marauder expand on this map. Not something we see very often at all. Mostly because it can just be so hard countered by some things. Like if you just go 3-gate Void Ray and your opponent has gone Marauder expand, they basically auto lose. But not many people go 3-gate Void Ray anymore, especially on a 4-player map that's as big as this one. Just because it would be like hard to find where you're going to want to proxy that until you scouted out where your opponent is. Mill.Adellscott going for a late scout again, not going to realize where his opponent is just yet. And BratOK is going to get into Mill.Adellscott's base and see, okay, you're throwing a little bit of chrono into warp gate, but you have very little chrono left, so it's not like this is going to be a 4-gate. You know, maybe like some, I don't know, some diamond player would see that and be like, oh my god, he's chronoing warp gate, it's going to be a 4-gate. But no, I'm sure BratOK is smart enough to check the amount of chrono energy and realize, no, that's not the case. Maybe with that one chrono warp gate, he's going to go for some early aggression, and in fact, it's going to be 3-gate, so Mill.Adellscott is going to go 3-gate pressure, which, you know, I like on this map. It's a really wide open map, so you need a lot of bunkers to cover, and as a Protoss against early aggression, you need a lot to defend, so it's good to have like 3-gate to just be really safe, and to just be able to apply some early pressure against a greedy Terran that doesn't put up enough early bunkers. Keep in mind, last game, BratOK did not put up a bunker at the front, so maybe that's why Mill.Adellscott is doing this. He is going to mix in a Reaper, though, after that first Marauder, and now is getting Stim. He already did get concussive. And these units moving across the map. I love this style of going early Marauder and then mixing in a Reaper afterwards. Your Marauders get to go in and try to engage, and either your Reaper can either come up and help and kill off target fire sentries, target fire zealots, and be really good with that extra bonus damage to light, or while you're engaging at the front and their stalkers are preoccupied, then you can send your Reaper into the back and go into the mineral line while they're not paying attention. It looks like that's going to be his choice. In fact, no, not going to engage with the Marauders, just going to be safe and keep those back at home, and just go in with the Reaper alone. And the entire army is actually just a little bit out of position here from Mill.Adellscott, so he's going to have maybe a little bit of trouble dealing with this Reaper. This pylon's already here, but he actually hasn't scouted his opponent actually at that base. Reaper going to come and try to get some probe kills here. Does get one probe kill and then dies. Not the biggest amount, but keep in mind what he saw. He actually saw 4 gates, even though after called it wasn't going to be a 4-gate, because it wouldn't make sense to do it with that little corona energy. He saw it, and it is 4 gates, so all he has to do is make like 3 bunkers, leave his SCVs ready to repair, and I really can't see Mill.Adellscott breaking it. But you never know. You never know, guys. Here's the thing. BratOK is adding 2 more barracks and has gone for a safe build here. Even has early concussive, early stim. I've seen players that go gasless 1-Rax into triple orbital off of only 1-Rax with no gas. Hold 4-gate. So I don't know, man. If he went gas expand with 2 more barracks here pumping out Marines. He's got 2 Marauders here with concussive. SCV's ready to repair 3 bunkers. I just can't see a 4-gate busting this. It's just not a good build anymore, but who knows? Maybe he is tilted after that last game, and is, you know, sometimes it can really affect your decision making when you get pretty angry after a game. It just, you start getting worse and worse. I am all too familiar with that. eBay is on the way, so BratOK realizing that after he scouted the 4-gate, his opponent might have like added a second gas and check up to DT or something to try to get back into the game. His SCV is going to scout out all those units warping in over there as well as the pylon, and a couple sentries are warping in so he can force field these off, so the SCVs need to get in position in front of the bunkers. Great play by BratOK, putting his SCVs there ahead of time, but he doesn't quite repair in time, so the bunker actually does go down. He couldn't quite get enough repairing. So with one bunker down, now Adellscott can kind of start to pressure his opponent and move forward and, you know, threaten to be able to run down here. But stim is done, and that kind of shuts this down. He can, like, stim these bunkers. Oh, he's going for it. The auto repair is on, so he's repairing this bunker, but not for long. It goes down. Might he not have enough? He needs to pull SCVs right now for this engagement. He just has such a small amount of infantry. He's going to lose this bunker, although it's being repaired for a small amount of time. Like, why only use 3 SCVs to repair? Why not pull all of them and repair? Just kind of ensure the win. You know you're up against a 4-gate. All you have to do right now is hold and you win. Could BratOK have taken too many risks here by only leaving 3 SCV? Oh my god, he has. Oh my god, Adellscott takes a win with a 4-gate against Stim, Concussive, and 3 bunkers. I can't believe it. How does he do it, guys? I can't believe that BratOK, after already having scouted that 4-gates were there, wouldn't just leave every single SCV at his, like, all you have to do is hold your bunkers and it's not possible to lose. Like, you guaranteed will win. Even if you want to, like, you don't want to be super risky, you don't want to, like, have no economy, but just to show you, like, the extreme, if you just double mule and have every single one of your SCVs repairing, just sitting there to repair and help with the engagement, you'll still have an okay economy with double mule. Like, you don't actually need to leave all your SCVs mining. So, super greedy there by BratOK. He thought that he could just hold it. He underestimated 4-gate just as much as I did. And that means that it's tied up 1-1. We're going to go into game 3 and see who's going to take the tiebreaker here after this quick commercial break.